We're talking stem cells. So this is your biohacking review. Tell me about it. I so want to get stem cells, but I need you to sell it to me. Is it good? Has it
Oh,
worked for you?
well, I don't want to sell anyone on anything, but yes, I am a fan of mesenchymal stem cells. And a lot of people don't know about this. It's a very expensive, revolutionary type of therapy. And the question is it going to be worth it? That was the question for me, and that's the question for a lot of us. And you can get some sort of stem cells around maybe 8 to 10,000 in the United States, and then if you want to go to the A-list clinics around the world, you have to leave the United States. The two most predominant I've seen are going to be Dr. Royden in Panama. He's the one who worked on Mel Gibson's father. If you haven't seen him
Yeah.
on Joe Rogan, you
I
can.
heard that podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So that's where you can start to learn a little bit about that. So he worked on Mel Gibson, he worked on uh, Joe Rogan, and then the place I went with a specific MD who works at the clinic. He's not as known in the media, but his name's Dr. Eduardo,
Okay.
and he's been using mesenchymal stem cells on himself for the last 5 years. He's a medical doctor, and he also has Crohn's disease.
And did you have
So,
them for Crohn's disease?
huh?
Did you have stem cells for your Crohn's disease or for something else?
No, I got them for all around health that could help with
Yeah.
many things as
Mm,
Crohn's disease. Okay. And we'll
right.
talk about that, what that is. But
Yeah.
so I went to a place called ReHealth in Cancun, Mexico with Rafael Gonzalez, and Dr. Eduardo's the MD I worked with there who gave me the stem cells. And he is in clinical remission, 5.5 years, no medications. And he was also diagnosed Crohn's disease in 2013. And so
Wow.
I loved his story and his
Yeah.
experience because I focus on IBD. I said, let me look at this. And let me tell you, I've done peptides, I've done all sorts of biohacking, parasite cleanses, liver cleanses,
Mm,
colon healing therapies, you name it. The reason I wanted to look at mesenchymal stem cells and the reason you might consider it
mm.
is because it could be a potential one-stop shop to rebalance the inflammatory response in the body and rebalance the autoimmune response. People dealing with autoimmune disease. So that's really it. It could be a one-stop shop to help rebalance the inflammation and the immune system, the autoimmune response. And it can be a 2-day infusion that could last 1, 2, 3, 4 years with limited to no side effects.
No way.
So when
So,
you look at that, it's like
yeah.
that's a big answer. You mean I go there for 2 days and I could potentially have eliminate inflammation and rebalance my immune system for
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
I mean, it is that
yes.
it's
And what are
so
the side
important.
effects? Limited to none.
So what
Do you
happens?
know
You
what
get
the
it? Do you get an injection or what?
Yeah, yeah, you get a 2-day infusion. It's a 90-minute infusion over 2 days,
Yeah.
is what I got. Some people do it over 3 days. It just depends on your case. You need to work out that case with them.
Yeah.
And what I can do, Tony, is I'll send you a link to where people can go if they want to schedule a consultation. I liked ReHealth with Dr. Eduardo. The
Mm,
reason I went with them, I looked at Dr. Royden and I looked at ReHealth with
mm,
Dr. Eduardo, the MD, and there's a few other doctors there that are really great. But he's the one with IBD that I really resonated with. Is they did a 1 hour consultation with me. They gave me a little bit better of a deal. So I got 240 million, 99.9% living viable mesenchymal stem cells, specifically from the umbilical cord lining. And that price point was down. I think they quoted, I think it was like 20K or 22K, which is a lot, right?
yeah.
But Dr. Royden quoted me 27K at 140 million mesenchymal stem cells. Now you can do your research on that. I know if Dr. Royden was here, he'd say, wait, we got this benefit
Yeah.
and that benefit. This is a
Yeah.
quick little thing on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's where I went. I was referred there by Dr. Dan Pompa, and I was referred there by Dr.
Oh,
Josh
I know.
Axe.
I Dr. Pompa. He's been on the show loads of times.
There you go. So
Yeah.
Dr. Pompa goes to him, and
Yeah.
he's been a mentor of mine. And Dr. Josh Axe, who I was in Josh Axe's mastermind, and he's been a big mentor of mine. I was actually hanging out with Josh Axe, who's the one who referred me to them. He goes, "You got to go to them." They helped Dr. Josh Axe with a major issue he had at another clinic. So another clinic kind of messed up on with Dr. Axe and his goals, and then he came to this clinic I'm talking
Mm,
about. So two of my mentors, two of the most prestigious practitioners in the world, as far as I'm concerned, they both recommended me to this clinic, and then I would recommend this clinic as well. They did an hour-long consultation, many email back and forth, customize it, and then I said, okay, what are my downsides for this? Let's talk about downsides and let's talk about benefits of mesenchymal stem
yeah.
cells.
And by the way, we've only got about 2 minutes left, so we're gonna have to cram
Okay,
it in.
cram it in. So the 2 minutes is side effects. You might get a little bit of a fever. You might
Mm,
get a red rash around it, but in 12 years, they've never had one patient have to be admitted to a hospital for any reason after given this mesenchymal stem cells.
Okay.
Positive. Mesenchymal stem cells help rebalance the Th1 response, so cytokine response, the autoimmune response. They reduce inflammation.
Wow.
Yes, huge. They can also create their own exosomes, so they're much more valuable than just getting exosomes alone. Once they go into your body, they do what's called zoning, so they'll actually find where the inflammation is, target it, and keep it in balance over long periods of time. So it can basically do what we're trying to do with biologics, but without any side effects, and it's more natural.
Yeah.
It's they have an HLA-DR negative, which means you can't have a negative cytokine storm reaction to it, and it's just an infusion in an IV. And it can also help you with weight gain. It can help with arthritic pains. They've had some studies around autism. They've had studies around all sorts of different autoimmune diseases. And since taking it, I was symptom free when I took it. That's a tough case.
Yeah.
But it's made me feel safer in my body. My inflammation throughout my body's looked amazing. I've gained 12 pounds, it might be from all my work and working out, but I have gained 12 pounds since I've done it. I feel great. I feel less worried about food or IBD or any sense of unsafety in my body.
Wow.
Which
Then
I
we're
know a
about to
lot
get
of
knocked
people.
out, but I need a review out of 10. What would you give it out of 10?
I'd say 9 out of 10. Best
Wow.
therapies you could
Amazing.
consider.